All right, so this thing is going around right now, and it has a lot of people feeling many different emotions. I even asked the JK followers on the Instagram, we did a poll to see who thinks this is racist and who thinks it's fine. And it's almost split right down the middle, so you guys let me know. Simu went to a game.
Why are you laughing, dude?
No, I know what this is. I know what this is.
And the Jumbotron showed the Simu LookAlike, and they just pointed it at a random Asian.
It's fucking funny, dude. Like, look at the guy. Look at the guy.
Kind of funny, right?
They put
Hey, but when they
Simu.
do lookalikes, they always don't match. Yeah.
That's the most popular response is that they do it to everybody.
Yeah, they do that all the
They do that
time.
to everybody, right?
But it's funny because Simu reposted this and was not happy about it.
Simu reposted this and said, "Had a fun time, but this wasn't cool."
Bro, the kid is looking at the screen. He's like, I look like that? You know, like
so much Avenger now, dude.
That's the other side.
I look like fucking Shang-Chi.
Thanks for saying that. That's the other side.
Simu's response was like, "I don't look like him." Is that how people are taking it as like?
I think he knows he doesn't look like him, but I think what he's saying is it's like pick a random Asian guy and that looks like
When I
Simu.
first saw that picture, I thought that was Freddie Wong. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Oh, that does look like Freddie Wong.
But can I say something too, though?
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Disneyland? Like the new side of this, like the Avengers
California
campus?
Adventures?
Yeah. They got like an Asian dude walking around
Playing Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah?
And like, to be fair, he's supposed to look like him, but he doesn't look anything like him.
Right.
He's just another Asian dude.
Star-Lord is just a random white guy too.
Bro,
To be
like,
fair, when he is dressed up, he definitely looks a lot more like him than Freddie Wong.
definitely.
That's the thing the thing you said though is really good. I'm glad you said how does that kid feel?
Yeah, what about him?
That kind of sucks that he's like really dunking on that kid too.
And also, Shang-Chi's on another, Simu is on another level now. Like, he's a fucking action figure, bro. Like, he's the face for a lot of people to be like, oh, you are the man.
What? That is true.
Like, you're the standard. You're just like Chadwick to a lot of people's eyes.
And he sells stock photos back in the day.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
With those photos.
What's the split? Some people think it's racist, some people don't
Almost
think.
half and half.
So what is it? Like, people think it's racist because they just found another random Asian guy in the crowd?
So people think it's racist because it perpetuates that thing of like not being able to tell Asians apart and just basically pointing it at some unassuming Asian
I think
kid.
it's acceptably hilarious racism.
Look, bro, everybody.
There's a spectrum to this shit. You know, you can't be fucking cookie cutter clean. Everything's fucking perfectly not racist or racist, right?
And they got Vin Diesel, right? And they go to a bald guy.
Exactly.
Like, it's part of the bit. Like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. You know, it's not that big of a
Do
deal.
you think they're more careful with this about other races than Asians?
I do think that I do think that Simu and Shang-Chi, specifically in this generation though, like because he maybe also he feels that he has to hold that flag of representation in a time frame that is very sensitive and like hyper like focused on certain things like that. I think it puts him in a position where like it's not so easy to just be like, that's funny.
He might have to say something.
He might feel like compelled to speak on
that's
something.
a teachable moment.
Yeah, so I can maybe see that it's got to be tougher for him.
That's 11.
I know.
But it's funny as fuck, dude.
But like, if the picture of Simu had glasses, then they could go to that guy. But that guy really doesn't look anything like.
But
Simu.
what if there were no other Asians in the arena?
Yeah.
You know, they're like going around and they're like, oh, there's finally one.
Wrong campaign to be doing, dude. If you got no other Asians at the All-Stars,
But what if you had to do a celebrity lookalike with each one of the players?
Yeah.
Right? Because he was at the All-Star game and then they got to go every single one for one,
there
maybe.
should have been a judgment call where somebody was like, we could pull the plug on one of the races.
What city is this in? Supposed to be?
This is Phoenix, right?
Salt Lake City?
Hang on there.
Salt Lake City.
Sorry.
And why does it even matter? Why does it even matter?
Because that's the type of.
It is though. The All-Star game is in Salt Lake City.
If it's in Utah,
Utah, yeah.
is there that many Asian
There might
people
not
in
be that
Utah?
many Asians.
There's got to be Asians in Salt Lake City.
There's Asians everywhere, but like,
Barely.
you know,
There's a lot of white people in Salt Lake City.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's way more whites out there.
Okay, listen to this response from a guy named Ben who got a blue check, so he got $8. He said, I think it's half funny and half annoying because of the disrespectful Asians look-alike trope. Also, Simu kind of annoying, so it's kind of funny.
Hey, not gonna lie though, I didn't grow up with the hella Asians, right?
Yeah.
When I moved to the SGV, I was like, damn, dude, Asians do look alike.
But that's the thing is like they do. It's true, but also you can say that about most races.
That's very
So I think what it is if you didn't grow up with them, like when you're just in a new group, right? And it's like all Mexican, all black. You just feel like, yo, what the fuck? You guys look like one group of people.
Yeah, they look alike.
Look at all the fucking photos that JK fans and stuff be sending Ryan to repost. They're like, you can't tell me this isn't Steve.
Right.
It's always like photos of people that look like, or me, or Nick, right?
The guy for the UFC, the fucking Rosas, Edward.
That guy's
He
Mexican.
does look like
They
you.
say I look like him, and I'm like, okay, fuck, I guess.
They ain't wrong.
Half the people they send me.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Like, remember when Vitalik Buterin, the Ethereum founder, everybody went on Twitter memes and stuff, and it was like, this looks like fucking Tom Brady on meth or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? You remember that shit?
And he got mad.
And no, it was going crazy. And then Tom Brady fucking went on Twitter, reposted that, and was like, hey man, you a good looking dude, and like gave him props for it.
Love your stuff.
That's cool. I think Simu could have had this opportunity.
You're right.
He had this opportunity too. Instead of being like, yo, everything was fun, but this wasn't cool that you made this guy look like me. I mean, look at this fool. You're dunking on this fool.
Yeah, you're done.
It kind of feels like, you compare me to this?
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
Just found my next double.
Yeah, stunt double. Like that could have been an opportunity to clown. He could have clowned on the situation and clowned on the racism while still putting our people up in that way.
It does feel a bit insecure when you're like, I'm being compared to that, instead of like, yo, we're a team.
Yeah.
We're a fucking team. You know, I
poor
got your
kid,
back,
bro.
You know? Yeah.
Like Kevin Feige signed this motherfucker up. You know what I mean? Like there could have been ways to clown on
His
this.
expression is pretty funny though.
It's like, what?
He's like,
He's
me?
starry-eyed, man.
Yeah, man, half the people that JK fans send me are Indian. They're not even Filipino.
They say you look like a bunch of Indian.
Yeah, they send me hella Indian people or Bollywood
How
actors.
come you never repost them? You only repost ours.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Conspiracy, bro.
Because it makes those Indian guys look bad. No, but I get it. Like, I think it's great. I think it's funny. Like, I mean, it's another thing. It's like if you grew up never really seeing this as an issue, and it was always a joke growing up, when seeing it as an adult, you're like, that's not bad, you know, whatever.
I think everyone gets jokes, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone gets joked on, and it has to be a.
What if the guy, does this change the situation if the guy operating the camera was Asian?
Yeah, no.
It's funnier to find out.
If it was Asian,
From
that's
someone
even
that
funnier.
grew up in a generation where Asians weren't even on the radar, this to me is cool.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Like they wouldn't even be able to pull up an actor they could show.
The conversation, it would just either be a white celebrity lookalike or a black celebrity lookalike or maybe a Hispanic one. Like the fact that we even have one, that's cool, dude.
The fact that we have a whole movie based on an Asian, like a Chinese superhero, is crazy.
right.
And that it did well.
And we only got like very, very few, so it's kind of like we got to be forgiving. Like everybody look like Shang-Chi, right? Because we only got like one Shang-Chi. We don't have like 60 different fucking Asian superheroes out
That's
here.
true. Because before this, it was Bruce Lee. And then whether you were a fat fucking Asian or a skinny ass Asian or bald, it doesn't matter. Everyone calls you Bruce Lee.
Whereas if I'm obviously Asian, if I just see a black person on TV, I'm like, hey, that kind of look like Michael Jordan. I can see how that's kind of racist. Like there's a fuck ton of
fucked up, Anthony.
people out there. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have to say that.
Hey, well, can we cut that?
References. You could be Eddie Murphy. You could be Holyfield.
But you know how
Holyfield.
it would be a little bit more understandably racist if we did that, because again, there's like 50 different types of, you know what I mean, like black celebrities that we are so iconic that we could be like, you can't say this just looks like generic this, right? But we only got 2 or 3 Asian guys out there. Of course, everybody's gonna fall under
we got
one of them.
Shang-Chi and Glenn from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And Bobby Lee.
And Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, I can understand how all of them look the same in some weird way.
But who's, yeah.
It doesn't also help that everybody in entertainment is Korean, so that everyone's just thinking Asians look like Koreans.
Or we're all Korean now, you know? Or we're all in physical 100, because that's popular.
It's not even as bad as when like Samuel L. Jackson was on that morning show and the broadcaster thought he was Lawrence Fishburne.
That's crazy, dude.
Fucking funny though. Like, fucking
Like
funny.
that's really thinking somebody's someone else. This is just like relating to things, right?
And that's part of the joke.
When
Yeah.
Joe Coy did that, where he was like Lawrence L. Fishburne, like that. Remember that? Damn, bro. I was dying when he did that.
Yeah,
On
it's
the
L.
morning show.
Fishburne.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like this isn't to me. This is almost like a more tame thing. Like at least there's someone they can show at all. Like that's dope. Now Simu is included in the same thing that all the other races and all the other actors are.
And
now we get to be in the game.
He's the punchline because it's like he is the standard now. He's the Asian standard in America's eyes, which is a big fucking deal, dude.
Do you think Bruce Lee would speak up if they did that to some other random kid in the crowd? Bruce Lee would be like,
He might have.
"Nah, I don't look at that fool."
Oh, dude.
Now, he wouldn't speak up like that. He'd write a script though about it, and then he'd fucking make a movie and whoop every white person's ass.
Dude. And there were a bunch of fake Bruce Lees already making movies.
Exactly. I think it's a compliment in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like Simu in general. I think his back is in a different corner, and he's got to be the first. But that I would love for him
There's a
to
lot
do
of
better.
them.
I would love for him to do better because there's so few of them. Is all you know what I
I
mean?
like what you said though. That's true. He could have like done a big up for this kid.
For sure.
Yeah. But instead he just said not cool.
I don't look like this motherfucker.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's just funny.
Yeah. It really does say he just said I had a great time, but this wasn't cool.